Alright, hello YouTube, this is Brian. We're going to talk about negative people and how you can kind of keep yourself distant from them and keep yourself positive so you can keep going and doing what you want and achieving your dreams. So we all have aspirations and we like to reach them eventually. Well, what you'll find is as you get closer to your aspiration, you start getting more enthusiastic about what you'd like to do, people will kind of bring you down. You'll tell one friend, he'll go, oh, that's cool, right? And you're like, oh, you're not excited for me? There'll be another friend that goes, yeah, but how are you going to do that? Then your parents will be like, oh, but does that make enough money? And then you'll have someone else say like, but look at the chances. Like there's hardly a chance that could become a thing. Like look at you, right? So you've got all these non-believers amongst your network of peoples, right? Well, one, you should look for the people who do influence you to chase your dreams more. Keep interacting with them. Keep those strong relationships that influence you to work harder and achieve your dreams. That is probably the best thing you can do because sometimes it's hard to remove yourself from those negative situations, right? Well, let's say you haven't yet found the people who are really supportive of your dream and you just need to limit those that are bringing you down. Or maybe there's just so many non-believers that it really just, you need to get rid of them somehow. Well, you can't get rid of people, That's not how that works. So what you do instead is you get them out of your space and out of your field of influence. So there's a lot of ways this can take place. When you're identifying negative people, I can think it happens a lot of times maybe amongst families. It can also be amongst your friends. It can be acquaintances, classmates, coworkers for sure. That can happen. From time to time you have a coworker, you'll say, we're going to do a great job on this project, and your coworker says, it's okay, we get paid regardless. That's the biggest buzzkill, by the way. Don't ever tell someone that at work because it really drives the motivation down. Then you've also got like if you're in a bad relationship and you're trying to move to the next step in your life and your partner doesn't want to go there. They say, no, look how things are. We just keep it the same and whatever else. You need to do what you would like to do, and what you'd like to accomplish is a priority. So when you're going to accomplish something and people are telling you no, you need to tell them nothing really. I mean, you have nothing to explain. What you have to do is identify those people that are giving you that kind of negative feeling. Give it a day. Think about it. If it happens once and then you tell them again and they seem more confident about your idea, you might want to keep them around because you can't just throw around the people that have influenced your life for a long while. I mean, you can, but you don't want to. It takes energy. Well, then, if you are persistent in showing your passion for something and people are still putting you down, those are the people that you need to get out of your space. So, let's talk about the situations where you definitely can get rid of them out of your space. If it's just someone from social media or whatever, or someone they don't live near you, you don't see them every day, just get them off your social media, block them for all I care. People sometimes think like, oh, you shouldn't block someone, like then they can't even tell you how they feel about things. That's true, I get that. But when you tell someone that you're trying to do something that you like and they are negative about it, you tell them before going to this step, like, hey, look, you're really bringing me down. I'd really appreciate it if you could be supportive of me. Then, maybe tell them one more time, like, hey, look, I can't take this anymore. You're making my work and my dreams unattainable. You're having too much influence on me. You don't have to explain, by the way. Explaining's nice, but you don't have to because what you want is important. The way other people feel is important, and I really care about the way other people feel. But in general, if we all did what was best for us, I think we'd all go in a positive direction because generally we tend to look for opportunities, take them, and go up with other people who want to go up. For those who want to bring other people down or keep them at the same level, we don't need to worry about that. That's just extra energy that you have to put in, so don't do it. So for those people, it's easy to get away from the situation. If it's a relationship, maybe it's been years that you've been together, or maybe you're married or whatever else, You have to take some time to think about, the way they're making you feel. But generally speaking, what you need is important, and you should act on your own behalf and your own mental health. I can't talk on the behalf of marriage situations, but I can talk on relationships. In a relationship, if over a while you're realizing something's not right, you are definitely allowed to tell your partner, hey, I don't feel right about this. You can tell them again. You can tell them again. You can tell them again. And that's typically what happens. And then eventually you can't take it anymore and you cut it loose. That's okay too. I think it's really good when you identify that a relationship isn't going the right direction and you end it. It sounds mean to say, oh yeah, I recommend you end the relationship, right? Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if the relationship's not the right relationship, you should end it soon. It allows you to find the right person sooner. That's the way I like to think. Well, in any case, there's other situations like, maybe your family members who are kind of bringing you down on your achieving your dream for whatever reason. Or, the coworker one. So let's talk about the coworker one. That's a pretty easy one to address in a way. Depending on how often you're at this job and how well you know the people at your work, it all differ. But basically, when you have someone negative influencing you at work and you'd like to get more done and your work is being impeded and how you feel is being impeded by another coworker, you need to tell your supervisor. And the reason you can talk to the coworker, but generally speaking, in my experience, talking to the coworker only works if they're not a toxic person, okay? If they're a toxic person and they're stuck in this negative mindset and whatever else, and they're not very perceptive to how other people are feeling and their own productivity, you have to go one level up. You tell your supervisor how you're feeling. They can tell those that are coworkers around you, about they don't need to even tell them about the situation. They can just change whatever's going on, make an appropriate call from there. I had that happen once in an internship, and it made a big difference for the way I felt at work because I had removed myself from one particular coworker who made my life pretty difficult, or at least the way I felt day to day. So I was watching a video just a bit ago, and this guy explains if, life is short, so why should you have to waste it on people who are negatively impacting your life or making it so that you can't enjoy life? You need to enjoy life because you only get one, right? I mean, I'm not going to tell you your religion's wrong or whatever else, but generally speaking, we all know we get one life at least, right? So this life, let's make the most of it and limit those who are giving us a negative impact. Doing so, removing people from your life or from your day or for wherever else, it might be hard. And if it is hard, then you need to take extra time to think about what you're doing. And don't think it'll be easy either. Trying to distance yourself from negative impacts is hard. It is very hard. But it's in your best interest to allow you to achieve your dreams. If they're really your dreams, you'll do anything to attain them. And one of those things should be evaluating those that support you and those who take away from your drive. So I hope you stay driven, and I hope you take these words in the right sense. There's one other thing to keep in mind. So everyone's different, and from the perspective of the person that is receiving negativity, it's easy. You can get rid of that negativity. Well, what if? Just give it a thought. What if you were the one who spread negativity on some of your acquaintances, coworkers, family members, etc.? Take a moment to think about the impact you've had on them, and it doesn't have to be a long moment, but generally speaking, from this day forward, and it's early. From this day forward, you should really just encounter every situation with the mindset of, let's not shoot down their idea. Let's ask them more. Show we care. If we're concerned that someone's aspirations are dangerous or maybe risky and we're worried about the person, we can tell them. But we can tell them in a way that doesn't shoot down their idea. So that's what I want you to do. So you could imagine, like, by you doing that, if everyone listened, right? Everyone in the world decided, hey, next time someone tells me they're passionate about something, I'm going to listen and be excited for them. Then there'd be no one left to receive the negativity. But of course, that is quite the far-fetched situation. So from both the supporter, the non-supporter, and from that the person who's trying to stay motivated or be passionate about something, be mindful. All right, well, hopefully you'll hear from me tomorrow. If not, it'll be next weekend. Or if I spontaneously feel like it, you'll hear from me sooner than then. Peace, guys.